This week, we are profiling anti-slavery heroes, partnering with the CNN Freedom Project. Today, we focus on actress Mira Sorvino. Take a look.
Oh, here's to Ima and Floor, two of our very own who are now going to be advising our president of this country.
Cast is really a model. I would say they're like anywhere in the country, take a cast and say, replicate this, this is best practices, but you have to have somebody like K-Buck at the heart, and you have to have the survivors being the lifeblood of it, otherwise it won't work. The anti-trafficking, the anti-modern day slavery work that I do is enormously fulfilling and has become a complete passion of mine. This is something that I think that the average person never thinks about. There's upward of 30 million people living as slaves right now in every country.
She is in it for the long haul and tries to learn as much as she can about an issue in order to be a more effective advocate.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm a living proof that human trafficking exists, but also that there is hope and help nowadays.
The current statistics are that only 1 in 100 slaves will be rescued. And to think that each one of them is a Floor, who is an incredibly beautiful soul. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime called me and asked me if I would become their Goodwill Ambassador on human trafficking, and it was an enormous honor, and I was sworn in 2009.
She's contributed in so many ways. I mean, first and foremost, I think she has demonstrated to survivors that even someone who lives a really good life and is a celebrity, is on television, that she's still interested in their individual experiences.
We have to eradicate this. It cannot exist under our watch, and it does, and we all are a party to it by our non-action. What we need are people who are brave enough to stand up against these forces. You know, we need people to step up and be heroes, because it's really this, you know, monumental fight that we fight, and we have no resources, but we have the heart.
Well, of course, you can read more about the CNN Freedom Project by going to our website, cnn.com/freedom, to see how people around the world are making a difference in the fight against modern-day slavery. And there are also stories of coverage of hope and courage. It's all at cnn.com/freedom. Well, that does it for us here at the International Desk. I'm Robin Kerner. Happy New Year to all of you. Inside Africa is next. But first, I will be back with a check of the headlines, so stick around for that.
We've recently discovered that there are about 35 million people in slavery around the world today. Now, slavery occurs almost any time that someone's made vulnerable and doesn't have the protection of the rule of law. If you want to understand the presence of slavery, you have to understand the presence of corruption in most countries.
We need leaders we can actually believe. Whether they're corporate, governmental, military, have an enormous responsibility. We're talking about people developing a higher level of consciousness than we've had up to now. Enabling humanity to actually evolve because we have to.
When we all come together as leaders and people, elders and young, we can make the world the one we want, because no one is free as long as others are not. Let all of us come together to make the 21st century the century of humanity.